Hi, we're back. Thanks for staying with us. I'm joined in studio now by Matt Chipman. Matt is the president of a company called Green Chip Investor Relations. Matt, always good to see you.
Glad to be here again, Don.
You know, it's always fun to have you on the program because we like to talk about various things that affect our money, whether it be politics or the economy. The thing that's kind of concerning me right now is we just seem to be having this geopolitical conundrum. We saw the elections in Israel this past week, and you know, the party in power is staying in power. Netanyahu is still prime minister. But it just seems like over here on this side of the pond, we're not really treating what has always been our strongest ally very well. And that for a couple of days did upset the markets.
Well, politics is a tough thing to argue about. I mean, there's always going to be a side that you're going to take and feel very strongly about. I'm frustrated by some of the actions that we're taking, no doubt about it, and I have been for some time. I'm a believer in the U.S. economy and the strength, and I think what's upsetting to people around the world is that we do control, and what happens here will control what happens everywhere else. But you know, Europe is clearly having its issues and continues to have its issues, and I think. You know, the price of oil, I think a lot of people like the drop in the price of oil, and there's an argument over which way that's going to go. But yeah, it's, you know, the letter to Iran from the Republicans and the backlash and what's happened, like it's never been done before. Right. You know, if you look at history, these things have happened in every presidency where Congress has stepped up and tried to usurp a little bit of more power.
Well, you're absolutely right, because you know, one of the best quotes I've read in the last couple of weeks about everything that's going on with our nation's foreign policy, and it does affect our economy, which is why we're talking about it. But they said, our enemies no longer fear us, and our friends no longer trust us, and that's a great concern.
Yeah, it is. You know, we go into a new, everybody can smell a new election coming. I mean, we're not too far away. I know it seems like a long time, but everybody's looking forward to see where we're going to head and where we're going to take direction. At the end of a presidency, especially an 8-year term, you found this in the Bush administration, you're finding it now. Right. Countries out there try to, you know, make more aggressive plays. Right. You know, look what's happening in Russia. You know, you're going to see a little bit of a grab going on, of course, in the Middle East, you know, and it's, you know, it's nobody wants to make the end of their presidency and make, you know, big rash decisions to affect what might happen in the next election.
No, you're absolutely right. Now you mentioned oil, and depending which guy you follow, which article you read, or which book you read, some people are talking about $10 per barrel oil, which, you know, at the gas pumps that would be great. Consumers would have more money to spend on other things, and we are a consumer-driven economy. But if you live in Texas, Oklahoma, or Louisiana, that would be disastrous.
Yes, it would be. You know, T. Boone Pickens was on CNBC this morning speaking about his prediction of oil, you know, and of course, everybody's got their own opinion. He's predicting $70 oil by the end of the year. I've talked to some of my friends in the industry who feel it's going to stay down for a bit. There's a lot of excess production that has occurred from the shale zone production areas. And the U.S. is, you know, producing a lot more than it was. However, you're seeing cutbacks already. You're seeing less drill rigs. You're seeing, you know, I think you're going to see it level off soon, and I do think you'll see it drift back up. It might be a little slower than the last time, but you know what's amazing is in California they find a way. The refineries find a way to have stoppages, strikes, and delays to keep the price of oil and the price of gasoline, I mean, up.
Oh, absolutely. Now I'd be remiss if I wouldn't notice that we have a new name associated with you, a new company, Green Chip Investor Relations. First off, congratulations. Tell us about that.
Thank you. I have decided to expand my offerings and at the same time focus more on specific companies that I really like, ones that I want to be associated with and to follow over the long term. We call ourselves, you know, green chips today, tomorrow's blue chips. Okay. We feel that the companies that we follow have been carefully and methodically found, and that these are companies that could be tomorrow's real big companies and leaders. We called it green. There actually is a name for green chips. They're considered companies that are more environmentally sound and trying to make changes in the environment for the to benefit. We also like to associate green with the color of money. Sure. But the first company that we're launching is a company that looks like they could resolve the water problems we have in a lot of places like the Southwest, what we're having right now.
That's exciting. Again, Matt Chipman, president of Green Chip Investor Relations. Their website is greenchipir.com. Matt, again, congratulations, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you in the program.
Thank you for having me again, Don. Appreciate it.